Hello friends, welcome back to my channel or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today I'm going to do a full face of current makeup favorites from all of the makeup that I have tried so far this year of 2024. So hopefully that sounds interesting to you guys. If it does, go ahead and do the YouTube things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. You are zoomed in nice and close, 4K, no filters or anything like that. I'm going to take my Viseart eye primer, which is not new. I don't actually have a new eye primer this year that I've tried so far. And all of the products that I use on my face today will be linked in the description box down below for you guys if you're interested. They are affiliate links. So if you shop through them, thank you so much. Okay, so let me put some of this one on. Now, this is not my current like holy grail favorite. This is just like my current favorites out of all of the new makeup that I've been trying this year, and I have been trying a lot of new makeup. And also this, I wouldn't even say some of these are particularly like my top #1 ranking, if you kind of will. So I am going to follow up next week or shortly with the speed reviews of all of the products that I've tried and tell you guys my thoughts on whether or not I rave about them, think they're worth purchasing, or maybe they're a miss and why. So there is some favorites that aren't specifically mentioned in this video as well, because I can only put so much makeup on my face, if you will. So if you notice something that I've been raving about missing, that's why. So the eyeshadow palette that we are going to use is actually this little Chanel quad, which came out at the start of the year for Australians, I believe, the entire world actually. It is called 388 Eclat de Nuit, I think. And I just absolutely love this. Out of all of the palettes that I've tried this year so far, I do have to say this is the one that like sticks out in my mind, even though it's just a plain little quad. It's just my kind of a color story. I have been loving a softer eyeshadow look this year. I don't know what's wrong with me. Normally I'm quite like impactful and glam. This year I've just been loving the Chanel formula. So I had to use this one. So I'm going to start with a Refa 33 and I'm going to take this shadow right here, which I love this kind of like matte shadow in this corner. It's just such a perfect like taupey kind of transition shade. I'm actually just going to pack this all over the lid and blend it out through the crease. And the thing that I love about Chanel formulas is just how soft and easy and fuss-free they are to use. Great for mature lids, great for beginners, but they aren't incredibly impactful. So if you are looking for that like indie formula, Pat McGrath Labs formula, Natasha Denona formula, you know, this isn't gonna be your vibe. You're gonna be really disappointed. But I personally have an appreciation for both kinds of formulas. I think there's a time and a place for both kinds of formulas. And yeah, lately I've just honestly been loving this Chanel one. I really have. I like exploring, all different sides and styles of makeup. See, that is a one and done, by the way. And if you even wanted to, you could like smoke a black liner across the top lash line or like do a wing liner and it would just be, oh, like this is a one and done just all on its own is impeccable, if you ask me. Okay, now I'm just going to take a angled brush from Delium Tools and I'm going to go into a really small amount of the black, just a wee bit. I don't want a lot, but I do want to like deepen the outer corner just a touch. So I'm concentrating most of the darkness towards the lash line here, and then slowly bringing it upward and kind of wiggling it into the crease here. I know so many of you guys picked up this quad as well and loved it. Let me know if you were one of them and if you have been loving it. I just find it so easy to use and you can like make it look really glam or make it look really natural. Now I'm just picking up this Refa 13 and I'm just going to, I only picked up a small amount of the black. And I'm just gonna use this to just wiggle through the crease here a little bit and blend a little bit more. Now I'm just picking up that Refa 33 that we used at the start and I'm going straight back into that taupey like shade. I don't know what it's called. I think they just call it actually medium. And I'm just gonna softly blend that through here. Now, I personally, you know, I love to use my Pat McGrath Labs Intensify stick. It's up to you whether or not you use something like this, but I'm going to pop it on 3/4 of my lid. You can use nothing, concealer, glitter glue, whatever you like, but I swear by this product, as you know. Then I'm going to take my Delium Tools 773 I'm gonna go into this impeccable silver right here. I absolutely love it. They just call it a medium again. Odd names. And it's gorgeous. Now you can like really tap this out. Like if you want it to be very sheer, don't put any intensifiers down or anything, and it will just tap on like a little fairy dusting, but you can also kind of like build this up to be a bit more impactful than like your average Chanel shadow, which is what I'm gonna do because why not? Oh, isn't it stunning? I love this shade. I love this shade. Absolutely amazing. Wow. That is impeccable. Like I said, you can sheer that out so that it's not so opaque, but oh, I love it. I love it. Just picking up a touch more of that black with the angle brush, I'm just going to really softly like marry this outer corner here. Just softly, not like, you can obviously build this up to be as intense as you like, you know. And then just that rougher 33 with that taupe shade again. Perfect. All right, we're gonna leave our eyes here and move on to our face. Now, a primer that I have tried this year, and I did receive this in PR, this is the Flower Nose Dewy Hydrating Primer, and the packaging is like absolutely incredible. I have a full review of this Little Angels collection from Flower Nose, by the way, you guys, and it wasn't sponsored. I did get the whole collection in PR though, but they didn't ask me to post about it or anything, and it blew my mind. Like I nearly picked one of the eyeshadow palettes from that collection as my favorite eyeshadow palette in this video actually. Like I was this close, and I would say they're pretty on par. Anyway, this primer is lovely. So I'm just gonna take this rougher little foundation brush. This is the BO2 and it's like their new synthetic brush. It is like the Chanel Water Fresh tint without the tint. It's so lovely and cooling and fresh on the skin and adds such a lovely level of hydration. I absolutely really have been enjoying this. I really have. And I just love the component. I love the Flower Nose packaging. It really impressed me. Like honestly, I know that's like big and bulky, but if you like the kind of, I'm all about packaging. So if you are a lover of packaging, like this is so cute, truly. I love it so much. I haven't tried a new green color corrector, so I'm just gonna pop some of that on. Had some hormonal breakouts this week, that was fun. My endometriosis, as a side note, I do suffer from endometriosis, if you didn't know that, has been really giving me grief this week, which has not been fun. But anyway, life goes on. Now, color corrector. I've actually tried a couple of new color correctors this year, but this particular one I really love. Now, I love it in conjunction. I don't love it on its own, so take that with a grain of salt. Like obviously this is just a very me preference, but it's the Rare Beauty Eye Brightener in the shade Light, and I love this with all of my peach color correctors that are just slightly too deep, and it just makes them like the most perfect shade, and I love the finish. So I especially like it with my Natasha Denona High Glam color corrector in C1 because I already love this color corrector. It's so good, but it's just an ever so soft touch bit of too deep for me. And then I add the Light Brightener on from Rare, and it just is the perfect kind of shade to like match with my deeper peach ones, and it's just absolutely lovely. So I'm just going to use this same rougher brush to blend it out. And this is definitely one of my favorite color correcting combinations. I really want to try the new Cali Ray color corrector because Blair says it's amazing, but can only get it on Sephora US, unfortunately. Hopefully it comes to Australia sometime. But see, I love the way that color corrects. It's amazing. For foundation, it has absolutely got to be the new Sisley foundation. So this is the Phyto-Teint Perfection Sisley Foundation Zero, and Dawn is my shade. Ever so slightly too light, but also kind of perfect at the same time. I like to take this with my sponge. My cloud sponges from Juno & Co are a little bit dirty at the moment, so I'm just using my Real Techniques. But it does apply nicely with a brush as well. I've got a full review as well of this particular foundation on my channel if you're interested. I just can't get enough of it, you guys. It's such a nice level of coverage. It's so lightweight and natural on the skin. It is a matte one, but for me right now with my skin type and summer, It's just absolutely gorgeous, but it's so natural on the skin. I just love the finish of it. I don't know if it's because this shade is genuinely a better shade than the Christian Louboutin foundation actually, so I do need to pick up a different shade in the Christian Louboutin foundation to compare properly. But I think I do like this one more than the Christian Louboutin one. I do, but I will do a video comparing them properly, so don't you worry. That is coming, and it is coming soon. Promise. Also, I chopped my hair off recently again because it was just getting too long. I had 4 tape-in, so I had 2 tape-in extensions on either side here just to add a little bit of thickness, because if you know, I have very, very thin hair loss hair. But I wanted a break. Just a little break, because I want to be able to like brush my hair back and stuff for a bit. So yeah, this is just my hair with no extensions, FYI. Probably put them back in again at some point, but for right now, I'm happy with a little break. A lip oil that is currently a fave is the Summer Fridays Pink Cloud lip oil. I just really like how lightweight this is on the lips, but also incredibly nourishing and hydrating. I know these got so much hype, but they're actually worth the hype. I agree with the hype. Okay, concealer. It has got to be the Chanel Sublimage concealer. Again, I have a review of this on my channel as well. I can't get enough. I cannot get enough of this concealer. It is so good. This is the shade 10, and it's the best concealer I think I've nearly ever tried. I did pick up the Sisley one, and I think if I can edit it, if it turns out all right, I'm not sure about the quality of it, so we might have to refilm it. But anyway, I did try and do like a quick members video for it, for like my first members video. I'm just gonna use this same Refa brush to blend this out. The Sisley concealer is what I'm trying to spit out, is too deep. The shade 1 is like a very, very deep orange. So I can use it with other concealers, like, because I need to mix it with a lighter one. It's like really, really blatantly too deep of a concealer shade, which is a shame. But also, I like the Sublimage more, you guys. The Sublimage is more hydrating. I found the Sisley actually a little bit drying on my under eyes. So yeah, but stay tuned. I've only tried it like twice so far, so I'll keep playing with it. But yeah, it's not wowed me. I definitely like the Sublimage more instantly. And the Sublimage is about $30 cheaper, I think, in Australian anyway. So yeah, I recommend the Sublimage so far, but I will keep testing the Sisley and get back to you. For cream contour slash bronzer, it was a toss up between this and the Westman Atelier biscuit stick, but I didn't pick the biscuit stick for this video because it is an older product, whereas this is actually a new release for this year. So this is the KVD Good Apple Bronze and Sculpt in Fair 100. And I really, really like this product. So I usually just mix the 2 shades together, but I might actually just take this one on its own today because my eyes are cool tone, and so I want it to just lean a little bit more like cool tony. And I just take it with a Sigma E50 brush, and I used this in my video the other week testing like all new kind of luxury makeup, and I forgot to put this on before I did my powder, and I put it over powder and it went really well over powder as well. So can definitely use this confidently over powder if you need to. And it's basically honestly like the foundation but in different shades. This is my Ray Morris brush and I just love it. It's so easy to like blend out. It's really a gorgeous product, truly. The shades look weird, but then you get them in person and they like when they swatch they look really lovely. It's quite odd. Also a fave for this year is trying Ray Morris brushes because my gosh, they have changed the game. I also forgot, I have 2 Ray Morris eyeshadow brushes now and I forget to use them because they're in a different setup. Anyway, here we are. But yeah, Ray Morris brushes, just so incredible. This is 27, by the way, the number 27. Sign up to her website because she does 20% off her brushes quite regularly. So that is the contour all blended out. Again, I really love the product. I think it's so natural and seamless on the skin. I think it's like easily blended. Sorry, I love that it has the 2 shades that you can custom match. It's great. I love it. I don't have a new under eye powder. So this is my Ray Morris Kabuki brush and I'm going to take my Make powder. Yeah, this is my holy grail powder, to be honest, for my under eyes. Yes, I'm extra. I have different powder for my under eyes versus my face because they have different requirements, if I'm honest. My under eyes are very dry. So this powder works really well because it's very, very hydrating. Whereas my face, like my T-zone and stuff, it's like oily. And so I need a more mattifying powder. I actually haven't tried a crazy amount of powders so far this year that have impressed me. And like I picked up the Shansekai like HD blur powder, I picked up the Sisley blur powder and stuff, and they're kind of nice finishing powders, but really they're nothing wowing to me. Could be my expectations. But I will say my favorite so far has been the YSL All Hours Hyper Finish powder. So this is the shade 1, and this is quite nice. Now, I actually think if you have normal to dry skin, you'll like this a lot more. Don't get me wrong, I do really like it. And I think in winter for me, this is gonna be a great holy grail powder. But when it's a bit more humid outside for me right now, my skin's a bit more oily, I would like it to be a touch more mattifying or a bit more mattifying, but I can see myself in winter truly, or like if you have normal dry skin, loving this. So I still like it because it is very like blurring and lovely on the skin. So I'm gonna take this on a 104 from BK Beauty and just set the rest of my face. And it looks like it's too dark in the pan, and then on the face I don't know, it goes out quite sheer. It's quite lovely. I do think if you have combo oily skin just year round regardless of the season, I don't know, you can give it a try, but I think that there's other powders like the Laura Mercier Blur powder, for example. It's going to keep your oils at bay for a lot longer. But I do love the finish that it has on the skin. It's very lightweight and very natural, and yeah, so I do like it. And like I said, in winter, it's going to be great for me because I do get dry skin in winter, but yeah, I do love that finish though. I'm just going to quickly go off camera and do brows, and then we will come back and keep going. Brows are on, and I didn't have any like new eyeliners that I tried this year, so I just put the black Lisa Aldridge eyeliner on my top waterline, and then also this electric blueberry, I think it's called, from Victoria Beckham, which was limited edition so you can't get anymore, but I put that in the lower waterline because when I have a kind of smoky cool tone eye, I do love to do like a bit of a pop of blue in the lower waterline. So now we will finish our lower lash line. I'm going to take my Sigma E36 and go into this shade and just run that, you know, underneath the lower lash line. We never do anything revolutionary around here with this. And then just a little Refa 23, it's like a teeny tiny little pencil brush. I'm going to take a little bit of the black, just a little bit. Perfect. And then for the inner corner, I'm just going to take this little gold shade right here, just do like a wee torch. I've actually tried quite a few mascaras this year, but I have to say the Lisa Aldridge one so far is my favorite. I hated it when I first tried it, but it's really like, as the formula is like thickened up, it's good, you guys. Not that I expected anything less. Also, as I'm filming this, it's like the weekend before this week she releases like a new skin tint or something, so I'm excited to try that. I'll see how it goes. I don't normally love a skin tint, so don't mind the little black spots. It's just me being careless. This does not flake either, you guys, because it's like semi water resistant, so it's not like, sorry, I should say it's water resistant. It's not waterproof, so because of that it doesn't flake, but it comes off really easy if you like use a cleansing oil at the end of the day, which I appreciate. Surprisingly, I've also tried a lot of new bronzers so far this year, but I have to say this one definitely holds a special place in my heart. So this is the YSL All Hours bronzer, and this is the shade 1, I'm pretty sure, yeah, and it looks way too light, but on my face it's kind of just like this perfect natural bronze, and I absolutely love it, and it is so blurring and ethereal on the skin. So this is my BK103, and I know this is sold out like nearly everywhere right now, but if you're able to shop on Selfridges, keep an eye on the website because I'll have it linked down below as well. Selfridges is annoying because you can't do the like, let me know when this is back in stock, but like I went on this morning, for example, and I saw shades 2, 3, and 5 had been restocked. So just kind of like check it every day. I usually find they have like random things and times so they get restocked. It's not out in Australia yet, by the way, for my fellow Australians. So if you have a Selfridges like annual thing, you can obviously get it through there, which is what I would recommend. I know it's like an initial fee of like 90 Australian dollars, but honestly, I use that so often. The shopping is so good. Even like their food and stuff on there is really good that you can like get. Anyway, see how natural it is? I love it. I absolutely love it. And I can't go overboard because you know me, I am overboard with the bronzer. The only actual liquid highlight that I picked up this year so far is the Westman Atelier lipstick in Nectar. So I thought we'd just put a little bit of this on because normally I actually really dislike this, but I don't know if it's my makeup style or whatever. I got this in like one of the little Christmas sets and I got it for like 50% off. It was crazy. But I actually have been liking it as well. It's not my favorite, don't get me wrong, but it is quite nice. And normally it's too sticky, but it feels like, I don't know if it has, but it does feel like the formula's changed slightly from when she had her other lipstick. Well, sorry, I originally purchased the like clear lipstick, the very first one that she ever released. And I didn't love that. It felt very sticky, but this is definitely not as sticky and it's so natural and lovely. I really like it. For powder highlight, it's got to be this flower nose one randomly again. I mean, look at this packaging and the embossing. So pretty, but it's really, this is my Smashbox highlighter brush. It's just really natural on the skin. I really like it. And you can build it up to be really blinding or like sheer it out so that it's like quite soft and natural. Just think it's beautiful. And like it just does not add any texture. It's like a liquid highlight in a powder form. I love it. Like it's really good. It totally took me by surprise. Cream blush, again, I've tried so many that I absolutely love this year, but I think the Glaminatrix cheek and lip flushes, they've got to take the cake. These are just absolutely creme de la creme of a product. So this is the shade Gentle, and I just like to pop some on the back of my hand here and then just take my sponge and like work the product in and then lightly tap it on. And they are a sheerer product, so you can build them up, you can put them on ever so softly. They go well over powder and they are so impeccable. They're long wearing. Oh, they're gorgeous. They're absolutely fantastic and such a good shade range. Like look at that. Oh, makes me angry. It's so good. I love the Glaminatrix new cream products. Like they're so good. And then for blush, it absolutely has got to be the Le Beige's Healthy Winter Glow blush in Rose Polaire, I think. This one. This is a special blush. It really is. It's just my Smashbox Buildable Cheek. It has just like this perfect buildable formula and it's like slightly glowy, but also not in the sense that it's going to like emphasize texture. And it's this perfect like wind-bitten like color. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. And it's like hard for me to like go overboard with it because you can just like build it up perfectly. I love it. I really love this blush. This is a special blush. I'd love to see them come out with like a full spectrum of shades in this blush formula. I do not have a new setting spray, so we're just going to stick to my good old faithful Charlotte Tilbury. Alrighty, so face is pretty much finished and the eyes, let's do lips. I think this is the only new lip liner for me. I think this is the Rare Beauty Neutral Lip Liner, which honestly the Rare Beauty lip liners are exceptional and I just love this shade. So I'm going to apply this. And then you guys, this might be my favorite lipstick formula of all time, which is a massive call. But I can't get enough of these. So this is the Westman Atelier Lip Suedes. This is the shade PQ, however you pronounce it. And I have in my like try a new luxury makeup last week, I try on both shades. I also have Gerève, I think it is. Yeah, Gerève, which is like a more pinky shade. Wow. So I'm gonna apply this one. Like look at the pigmentation. I'm sorry, it is perfection. I cannot get enough of these. I personally love the packaging. I've seen a heap of people really dislike how like chunky this is, which I can totally get it. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but I personally love it. But this formula is like so good. It is so pigmented, like one swipe, doesn't have any fragrance taste or anything, doesn't give me butthole lips, is a bit of a satin, but also a little bit of a matte, so it's a little bit more long wearing and it feels like nothing on the lip. I love it. Like I love this lipstick formula and I'm not a massive, like I love a lip oil, a lip gloss. They're things that will really get me excited. A lipstick, I can get excited about it, but it's not as exciting to me be as like a lip gloss or a lip oil, for example. But these have me pumped. Like I want all of the shades. I absolutely love and adore these lipsticks. I cannot stress it enough, truly. I wanted to also say I did pick up a Westman Atelier like lip balm. This is, I think this is just shade Natural. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on. Just because I also wanted to say these are really good as well. And I got these on sale. I got like a 2-pack for like $40 Australian, which is down from 100. And I do really like this as well. Okay, let me do hair and jewelry and stuff and we will zoom out and wrap this up. Alrighty, my friends, that is the finished makeup look. What do you guys think? So that is the full face of current makeup favorites from all of the makeup that I have tried currently for the year of 2024. Any of these products your favorites, or what is a product that is your favorite so far that you've tried this year? Or maybe you have been incredibly good and like stayed on a low/no buy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You know I love chatting with you, and if you've made it this far, you know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you, and I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.